Hi there! The show on demand which you've been waiting for is finally here. TechBiz Insight is a show designed by Panaflix Media in partnership with GRTS to address the many questions you, the viewers and potential investors, have been asking. The show will look at the evolution of technology over the years and how it affects the way we live. We'll review and find out the processes of locally made products every week, and we'll be in the market for you every week to find out what's trending now, useful market prices, currency market updates, and more. We'll also interview a successful entrepreneur every week whose story would be a trigger to you, the youth who haven't chosen a career path, to act now. But that's not all. There's Gambia Shopper for your weekly shopping advice. Call for help to address any of your tech-related problems. Tech News bringing you the updates of the latest technology news. The Natural Solution, which unveils the secret behind natural juice in human health, and much more. Interestingly, the show is everywhere you go. You can watch it on TV, on your mobile, tablet, or even on your computer in high definition. Hello and good evening, wonderful viewers. I am Mudiwa.
And I am Salifu.
We're excited that you're joining us. Tonight on TechBiz Insight, we met the pioneer of biomass briquetting in the region.
Forthcoming sensors to be included in future devices to predict heart attacks. Sony beats Microsoft in all the best-selling game sales.
Also, is Apple in trouble? And why is 94% of cooperates around the world using social media marketing? All these and much more coming ahead right now, right here on TechBiz Insight.
Mayonnaise ak neex mo do mayonnaise ko weli de o do mumi mayonnaise is as nice as the name implies.
Mumi mayonnaise bi fan lañ ko mëna amé?
Mumi mayonnaise bu es wacc ci biir rew mayonnaise bi set na sell na te neex na bitig yi mag ci biir rew mi yépp taamu nañ mumi mayonnaise. Waaw dafa mel am na kuy ñëw.
Okay, now, biomass briquettes are a form of charcoal made from agricultural waste and are a replacement for fossil fuels such as oil and coal, and can be used to heat boilers in manufacturing plants, and also have applications in developing countries such as the Gambia, as it can be used for domestic purpose such as a substitute for coal and firewood, and of course, which would also help save the limited trees we have and prevent deforestation.
Our Aidaba visited a Gambian briquetting factory which recycles grounded shells into briquettes.
Hello viewers, welcome to today's edition of Gambian Made with me, Aidaba, right here on TechBiz Insight. And today I'm right here at Green Tech, where we bring you a grounded cell is make best use of with Tony Tabal. Good morning to you, Tony.
I'm Anthony Tabal, 44-year-old Gambian, founder of Green Tech Company Limited. And Green Tech is the pioneer of briquetting in an industrial scale. in this region. So what we do basically is we take the groundnut shells and create value on it, recycle it into household energy to replace firewood, or actually to limit the use of firewood and charcoal.
How did you come about with this idea to initiate, like you said, the pioneer of briquettes in this country?
Well, it was a few things that were happening around the same time. First of all, GGC has done tests before in the 80s of briquetting groundnut shells, financed by Danida, and I got a hold of their study. But it was more like one of those things that you say a lot of people would see a lot of things around, but they would not think further of it. A few years ago, during this time that the peanuts were burning, the shells in Banjul, there was an issue when the shells were being burnt. There was someone that burnt them by mistake or something like that. It was around the same time I was having difficulty sometimes getting charcoal for my restaurant, Green Mamba. So putting those two together, when I passed to Banjul a few times and saw the smoke, it was on the media. Then I thought, I think a lot of people saw it, but not many people thought about it. I just thought about it, that there must be something else you can do with the shells instead of just being burnt like that or wasted. And of course, there was a lot of heat, and it burned for days. All those things put together gave me an idea that I might want to look into the old study that they had before regarding peanut shells into briquettes to use for cooking instead of charcoal or firewood, because our region is getting more and more difficult to get firewood and charcoal. That's where the idea came from. I started pressing actually 2 years ago when the machine arrived. It was July 2011. Of course, being also something new, it took a lot of time to even get accepted. It's still not accepted yet in a big scale. People still don't know it, they don't really trust it. And changing mindset of a habit for hundreds of years is not easy. But it's a product that you'll need for the future anyway. So I thought, I'll do it now and just keep pressing for my own use. Some friends going to seminars, showing people how it's done. It's one of those really important and vital environmental solutions for this area anyway, because our biggest problem is the Sahel, the desert. We need to do everything we can to protect the trees, the forests that are left here now. Without them, you get drought. It's all direct connected to rainfall. Huh? Of course, the CO2 emissions from trucks and the trees, you need the trees to recycle our atmosphere. They produce the oxygen for us. For Green Tech, the slogan is really no trees, no life. This is what we always used, and we've always, poverty is an environment. If you say environment in my books, it doesn't only mean green trees or clean, it means everything else, also healthy for children to be brought up in. Farming cannot go well without enough trees, because then you get droughts. So it's no trees, no life is my logo really, my motto that I go around with.
You started this briquette business since 2011. How would you assess your operation in this country?
It hasn't really kicked off to the point that I can be proud about it. What we've done so far is we've laid the foundation of this kind of technology here. It's cost us a lot of time, investment, work, volunteering. We are on losses every year for now. But this is quite understood. I think everything new that you bring up somewhere, if you come at an earlier time than it's supposed to be, we'll probably need briquettes in 10 years' time, a lot more than we do now. But I'd rather have it available now so that we won't have to cut any more trees.
Tony, like you said, you use granite salts. Means this is your raw material you use for the production of these briquettes. But where do you get them from?
The groundnut shells I pick up from different places. Right now I'm collecting them from the Indian factory in Canifing. Something oil mills. I take all their waste. When they peel, they can dump it. I collect it in my trucks. Other times I collect from Banjul, where Gambia Ground Corporation is dumping at the dump site. So I basically just collect them from wherever they are available at this moment. There's no special contract with anybody. Nothing. those ground shells. We don't add any binding material, we don't add any chemicals, we don't add anything. It has to be a bit humid. And normally Gambia is a humid country. So naturally, the humidity level is quite good here. So you don't have to add much, but in case it was too dry, you have to add a bit of water, sprinkle a bit of water. But apart from that, we don't add anything else. It's heat and pressure.
What are some of the equipment you use to produce these briquettes?
Right, from the manpower, the women that are packing the shells for me. You've got the trucks to go and collect them. You have a briquetting machine from Denmark, only one, because it's quite expensive, so I can only afford one. We don't have distribution network yet, so we use our own cars to distribute 1 or 2 bags here and there. But we're working on that now to start distributing towards Tangi, Sanyang area for the smokeries. So we need basically the manpower, a couple of vehicles, the machine, of course wheelbarrows, the usual stuff you have in a small plant. The market is there because everybody has to cook. So I believe at this point it seems like there's still firewood and charcoal, enough of it. But there'll be a time that there'll be a lot less, and that's when the briquettes will pick up. I'm not going against any dealers of firewood or charcoal. Everybody has a right to have a living. All I'm saying to people is we need to slightly limit it because the rate is quite fast. And if you have something else that some people might choose to use, if they're more environmentally aware, it's good. Competition is healthy for any environment. So people have asked me about the charcoal dealers, firewood dealers they're not happy with. But at the end of the day, it's our country. I don't care what they think. If the country becomes desert, we are the ones that suffer. Our kids will suffer. Now, the only reason is I'll try to get it as cheap as possible so that they can compete. If they can make a profit margin that's similar to firewood and charcoal, if you choose to sell it, you sell it. If you don't choose, you'll be forced. But at some point, if it goes that bad, at some point they will have to sell it because there's nothing else available. But you don't want to get to that level when it starts to be a panic situation. You want to start limiting it now a little bit. That's why I come in. I produce the product. I came up with the idea. I've got it in the market. Now it's up to the people to embrace it and use it. But you can't force anyone to sell it or use it. With briquetting, no, I don't have competitors. I think it's a complete different product. People might say that the firewood dealers and the charcoal dealers are my competitors, but they are not. I'm not half as big as they are. They've got a market for 30, 40 years since 40 years. So my competition, I would consider if someone wanted to start a similar product, like briquetting a waste, if the groundnut shells will be sold or taken out of the country, then I have a problem. Because then the person taking the shells will be my competitor. So the only competition I can see which could give me a hard time is if the shells were not available. As long as they're available, it's enough for everybody to use. A lot of people are using fertilizer, pest control. I'm briquetting it. I mean, what we've really done is, I think all together, put it together, the farms that are using it and my company, together with the women that are using it for their farms, it actually cleans up the mess, or it cleans up quite fast. So we're actually cleaning the environment by doing that. And at this point, there's enough for everybody. Yeah? No competition. I mean, in Africa, we're only 3 companies in Africa that are briquetting right now. Myself, there's one in South Africa, and there's a new one just opening in Ghana. I'm the second in Africa that started this. So that's why I've been invited to I just came from prior in the Africa Innovation Summit. I was one of the innovators they chose, 5 in Africa, to showcase their innovation and see what Africans can do to tackle their own issues. We don't have to rely on people from outside anymore. When I mentioned earlier, the study I read about the smoke issue when we started doing it, it was smoking a lot more than charcoal. And, we had to create an environment which is also smoke-free. So we had to come up with a design of a stove. It took about 3 months. We took different stoves that were available. There's a lot of stove designs on the internet, for example, but none of them worked. So we had to combine one with the other to make it actually work better, to control the combustion process, the inflow of energy or air. Too little oxygen is too much smoke. Too little flame is going to be too much smoke. So you have to control. The stove should control how much oxygen is being pulled in to burn the amount of briquettes inside. That's what we just did. And it's called a rockifier. It's a rocket stove with a gasifier combined, So this was also, I think if people are really determined to do anything, they can do it. That's what I've always said. So I create things like this and I move on from there. I hand it over to whoever's going to continue.
Okay, you start, like you said, you are the only producer of briquettes in this sub-region. Does that mean you export your products to the foreign market?
Well, there is a big export demand for anything to do with biomass, like pellets, briquettes, and so on. But I've not looked into it yet, because I believe if I'm going to save any trees, you better save the trees in Gambia. So I'm pushing hard for the Gambians to use it. I'm not looking into export because I'm not interested. This is a product that the country should use, not to be sold to somebody else. Can you imagine Senegal saving their forests because they're using my briquettes? And we have the same problem, Gambia and Senegal, with trees. So I better use it here. As far as there's a demand here, and as far as there's a space for me to keep motivating people, have sensitizations, I will keep those briquettes here. It's going to be a Gambian product. It's going to be a solution for us Gambians.
Are Gambians taking your product?
Very well. It's growing. It's been 2 years. Very, very, very slow. But if you get a new user every week, that's good. One new user every week is one less kilo of firewood every day. That's how I see things. I'm getting new users every week. Sometimes it's quiet for the summertime, and then suddenly you get 10 or 12 users. So it's coming. People are starting to notice that it actually works. They're starting also to notice that it is a lot healthier to preserve what we have. The resources we have are very valuable right now, because Gambia is a very small country. But it's one of the most beautiful as well in the West African region. Everywhere is deserts and stones and rocks. Gambia is still green. The mangroves are there. The forests are still there. We don't have too many citizens. People don't, we don't spoil. But the rate is going. The rate is going now. Is going to be spoiled within 10, 15 years.
You have to train people to use these briquettes at home?
Yes. Everything you do, you have to learn. Because firewood burning is different, charcoal burning is different, and burning anything else, you have to teach them how to learn it. Some people are willing to learn, and I normally tell them one thing: look, everything you've done in your life, you have to learn. You have to learn how to breastfeed as a baby. You have to learn how to walk. You have to learn how to use charcoal. Our grandparents did when charcoal was introduced. Then they came up with a solution that they have now, and with firewood. First it was on 3 stones, now you have stoves doing it. You have to learn how to use everything, but it's very easy to learn how to burn briquettes. It's very, very easy. Well, some of the problems I face, I think, is general problems working anywhere. Getting a new product into the market is not easy. They have to understand it first. And that's one of my main problems, is to sensitize people, to make them understand what this product is all about, and not only about the benefits are. My second difficulty is the usual also that everybody has, which is money. You need money to decentralize. So I'm stuck in this area. If I had enough funds, I would have bought 3 more pickups, 2 more sales points in Brikama and Tangi, and I would have been moving to those areas. Apart from that, I think the environment to work here is very friendly, which everybody knows. You never get problems to work, to do business, registering and so on. All these things are okay, they're all easy. But getting the product out there is the main issues that we have in difficulties, and they are all related to finances. Some of the issues are related to sensitization, of course. Convincing people to use it because of the benefits. But you have to keep going. You have to keep telling them how good it is. You have to keep telling them how it will benefit us. But yeah, those difficulties, which are common difficulties, are finances to decentralize, to get the product to the people. Now the product is here, but it's here. How are they going to get in Basse? Now these are the questions coming now. How are they going to get in Farafeni? For these things, you need a lot more money than opening a plant like this. Trucks are expensive, pickups are expensive. Building sales points are expensive, training people are expensive. But this you don't have to give up on, because these kind of things take time. If you open a new sales point every year, it's okay too. 3. We are only 3. Myself, my son Tony, and Usainu, that's the guy that helps us, the labourer. Every other staff that we use are actually all contracts, labourer. Well, in the next 10 years, I'd like to see 30% of the firewood charcoal users in this area using briquettes instead. That's where I want to see the company next 10 years.
mbokki Gambia lii di Afri chips bi nga xam ne mooy buuri chips yi te nekkal xale yi loolu tax na be Afri chips indil leen ñaari flavor yu ees lii di sugar flavor ak cheese flavor neex na am na caf ko te baax na lool si yéen xale yi lii tax na be Afri chips isil leen téeméeri ngan may ak juróom fukka pour yéen xale yi lii tax na bépp paquet Afri chips bi ngeen ubbi di ngeen fa fekk benn ngañ may pour bégal leen yéen ñi di xale yi ndax Africhips xale yi la fi nekkal kon xale yi daw leen léegi ci bépp bitik wala bépp supermarket bu leen jege te jënd fa lii di Africhips flavor yi ndax Africhips xale yi ñoo ko tax a jóg.
Sal, you know what I realized during the break?
What?
That anybody who's watching the show right now knows that you copied my colors. You have our colors are almost identical.
Wait, you know purple is my best color.
Social media marketing is one of the most important types of online marketing where businesses are marketing their products or services and brands on social media websites like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, etc.
According to Media Bistro, 73% of businesses are using social media these days. This clearly shows the growing importance of social media marketing among businesses.
Social media marketing has become an essential part of online marketing strategy because of its cost effectiveness, ability to reach targeted audiences quickly, and generation of more leads and sales.
Let's discuss these things in detail. Social media is effective and inexpensive. Social media marketing is very important for businesses because of its inexpensiveness and ability to reach large number of targeted audiences within less time and very little efforts. According to Forbes, 94% of corporates are using social media and 85% said that it has given their business more exposure.
Branding can be done effectively on social media. Social media marketing is the best tool for branding your business. According to Social Media Today, 83% of customers prefer to connect to the brand on Facebook and 53% on Twitter. A recent study also reported that 46% of online users count on social media while making purchase decisions, and 50% of shoppers made purchases based on recommendations on social media websites.
Customer acquisition is easy on social media. With more than half of the world's population registered with different social media platforms, the chances of acquiring customers are fairly high on social media websites. There are approximately 1.74 billion social media users according to eMarketer, and social media websites play a crucial role in acquiring customers to the businesses. In 2013, 36% of marketers acquired customers via Twitter, 52% via Facebook, and 43% via LinkedIn.
Social media enables direct customer interaction. Through social media, businesses can interact with customers directly. Small businesses can attract customers by engaging them with some interactive methods like question and answer, polls, etc. According to Social Media Today, 53% of marketers are using social media as a two-way conversation and engagement tool.
Social media marketing can generate more leads and sales. Social media marketing plays an important role in generating leads and thus increasing sales to the businesses. A survey by Social Media Today revealed that 71% of social media users are more likely to purchase products from brands that they are connected on social media websites. A similar study by HubSpot revealed that social media produces almost double the marketing leads than any other marketing method, and lead to close rate is 100% higher on social media. Now, after understanding the benefits of social media marketing, many businesses have increased the time and investment spent on social media marketing. Businesses that are active on social media and share useful content have seen improvement in their business. According to Social Media Today, 21% of business marketers are spending an hour or more on social media per day, and 58% of businesses spend at least 10 minutes per day on social media. According to SwiftPage, 50% of businesses said that they have increased their time spent on social media and gained new customers.
Therefore, viewers, social media marketing is an excellent way to build your business brand and increase your customer base today. If you have not yet started using social media marketing for your small business, get started today and make the most of it from a business perspective.
And by the way, Awa and Ibrahima are here and excited to show you how to create your first successful and engaging Facebook page now, and get started using your page to promote your business in no time.
Hey, hello. I'm gonna start.
Oh my god, Star Sinaka?
Last episode you promised to adjust my height a bit, and today we are almost on the same height.
Oh, not really. We are still not on the same height. But anyways, promise fulfilled, right?
Yeah, Star, Bye for that.
Hi viewers, I am our guy.
And I am Ibrahim So.
Today we are so excited to show you how to create your first successful and engaging Facebook page. We will be right back after this.
Ya, Mumi ngay daw, doo ma ci nekk de. Di nga ma digal li gën ci man. Ya, Mumi. Jayoon wa gën ma def. Mumi. Bilaay, man nga li nag. Kuy fëgg. Yesil. Mani, kuy fëgg. Yesil. Ku may andil gura, ma may la ko bëgg. Ku may andil gura, te ma may la ko. Bay Adia sala de mayonnaise kan neex no do mayonnaise ko weli de o do mumi mayonnaise is as nice as the name implies.
Mami mayonnaise bi fan lañ ko mën a amee.
Mooy mayonnaise bu ees wàcc ci biir réew mi mayonnaise bi set na sell na te neex na bitig yi mag ci biir réew mi yëpp taamu nañ moom mayonnaise. waaw.
dafa mel ni am na kuy ñëw yegsil yow mi yegsil.
Welcome back. Now the best way to create a Facebook page is to log into your Facebook account and go to any page in which you are not an admin on. Click on the settings icon on the upper right hand side of the screen and select create page. And it will take you direct to the area to set a Facebook page. Now, the first step to creating a Facebook page is to decide what kind of page you are creating. Are you going to create one for local business or place, company, organization or institution, brand or product, artist band or public figure, entertainment or cause or community? For the sake of this demonstration, let's choose brand or product.
Once you choose the type of Facebook page, now you need to choose the category. And with each type of page, you are going to see multiple categories. So you can see in this drop down, there are lots of categories for brand or product. For this demonstration, we are going to choose furniture. From there, you are going to name your page, and this part is very important because changing your Facebook page is not the easiest thing to do. Now, we would like to encourage you to choose wisely when creating a name for your Facebook page. If you have a business name and the name is not already taken on Facebook, then it's pretty easy to decide what you should name your page.
However, if for some reasons you can't use your business name or you are not yet established and you are just starting now, well then, it might be wise to use keywords in the name of your Facebook page. So either choose the name of your business or something closely related, or make it a keyword with Facebook page so that you can be found in search. You have 70 characters for your page name.
For the sake of this demonstration, let's just call it Call for Help Test. Then we are going to click on I agree to Facebook terms and get started. Now, the great thing about setting up a Facebook page is that Facebook makes it pretty simple. They're going to walk you through the entire process. The first thing you need to do is actually add a description and include your website, so your page can rank in the search on Facebook. So for your description, you have 155 characters to add on this section. So for the sake of this demonstration, I'm just going to write, we are here to help you on any of your tech-related problems you may have. Of course, this is not what you would like to include in yours. We are just doing this to move us along. From there, you are going to add your website. So www.techbizinside.com. We are just going to add our website because we don't want it to kick back and say that's not a real website. So at this stage, you are going to upload your profile picture. This could be a picture of your logo. But hey, right now, we are going to skip this step. That's it for today. In our next episode, we will continue from here. Remember, always send in any of your tech-related questions to our Facebook page. Just search for TechBiz Inside TV show.
Also, if you missed any of our episodes, you can watch it on our Facebook page or our website at techbizinside.com.
There you follow the show.
Thank you for watching and join us next week.
Welcome back and thank you for being with us. Our link on the latest market activities.
tey nag comme ni ma leen ko waxee woon ñu ngi nii fii nga xam ne mooy marché Serekunda képp ko wax mu ne la VAT bi si kaane yi VAT bi si poobar bi VAT bi si jumbo yi VAT bi si jaxatu bi VAT bi si tubaab bi xam nga li ma léegi nag jamono yi loolu tax na ñëw neen fii nga xam ne mooy marché bi pour waxtaan ak askan bi lan moo waral ndax VAT bi la moo tax mu dem si kaane gi VAT bi moo tax mu dem si salade bi lan moo waral seeraay yi lii nga xam ne mooy bagage yi ñuy jaay si marché bi
VAT bi àggut si yooyu waaye bagage yi boo gisee fu mu nekk ni bagage yi manqué si marché bi mu naxari mu seer ñu ngi ut ñaam bi amut kaane amut fu mu nekk ni dara amut fii kobo sax dafa seer waaye li fi ñaambi bi ak bagage yi kaani yi sew yi fu mu nekk ni nawet bi xam nga buñ duggee si nawet ñiti ñu ngi concentré si dugub yi maalo yi ak gerte yi léegi fu mu nekk ni béyanguñ kaani yee yooyu ba nawet bi bu jeexee lañ dee commencé kaani ak li fi bagage yi sew yi waaw nga gis balaa nawet bi yooyu di ñor daf leen naxari pour ñu am ko fii loolu mooy problème bi waaw déedéet VAT bi àggut si limon yee yooyu de kaani yee bagage yi sew.
moom lan ngay baxal fii.
man xanaa ebe.
mbokk yi ko ni leen ko waxee woon si njëlbeen jamono yi nag jaaykati këriñ yi fii leen dee nekk waaye soo gisee gars yi bëgg ñoo fay ay xale ndaw ñoo fi nekk di jaay ñu rafet macha allah xëy na dañuy bañ ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi leen dig ne dañ leen di taka ñu bañ leen ñu gis leen ñu ngi jaay këriñ moo tax bëgg ñoo waxtaan ak ñoom waaye gomloo nañu ne li nga xam ne mooy poti këriñ bi 8 dalasis la ko gars yi day jaayee waaye nag am na si ñoo xam ne ñu ngi seeteeg dalasi mu nekk 9 dalasis te defe naa loolu tamit li yàlla xam doy na ndax yaakaar naa ne këriñ bi ak leneen lu dul këriñ yëpp ñu ngi koy defar si Gambia kon lépp loo xam ne daal ñu ngi koy defar si Gambia te muy gën a seer rek dinañ ko bàyyi xel ndaxte defe naa këriñ bi moom bokkul si VAT bi kon nag yéen a gis macha allah këriñ yaa ngi nii. naka nga tudd.
Omar Ndiaye.
Omar ñu ngi la gis yaa ngi gën a si këriñ.
waaw maa ngi ñëw jënd si këriñ.
ay pot ndax ay saako.
saako laa ñëw jënd.
ñaata nga day gënee saako.
saako maa ngi jënd 160.
time boobu ñaata nga daa gënee saako.
time boobu ñu ngi jënd 135 150.
léegi yokku na ndax dafa wàññeeku.
waaw borom oto bi moo ñu doon jaay 135 waaye léegi borom oto bi dafa paan léegi ñu ñëw di jënd si fii nii 160.
160 bi arrangé na leen.
160 bi arrangé nañu tuuti rek waaye bële moo ñu gën a noonu.
135.
waaw.
xam nga ne këriñ bi fii leen koy lakkee.
waaw fii leen koy lakkee xam naa ko.
foofu la ne dafa war a gën a yomba.
waaw foog naa dina gën a yomba de waaye gaa ñu ne transport bi moo seer. waaw loolu moo tax gaa ñu ne ñu yokk ko wax dama lay ñëw di waxaale 150 sa waa gaa yu nangu.
léegi lan ngay wax ñi nga xam ne ñoo amee wàllum transport bi.
wàllum transport bi xanaa ñu xool rek naka leen ko mën a jëfandikoo parce que fii leen koy defaree fii leen ñu defaree këriñ bi pour ñu mën a defaree fii cëriñ bi mu war a mën a yomba gën a yomba pour Gambien si ñu mun koo jënda.
ñaata at nga am.
man maa ngi am 12 years.
yaa ngi jàng.
waaw maa ngi jàng.
ndey dool ka fo kembo sertale dool ka fo kembo man ser bare birin nata jang ngalo ne kembo sertale mune wo sab
mi yo sab ntol fon de silen ñu ko entol fanal jahalet bayen sama min ko de kembo ko kolya ñinen sama ko na officiel de monde alhamdulillah bar silanta ñintil kando ko kembo kolya rim boton tol ka san kemen tan saba yalo man tol fanal febo nga san kemen tan saba nga paso jona nga pusu so jo nga juti jo silen yaade tol ma wa fi 160 lanta fen so to laje ñayen kanyum poto wa dala sel pour nga demandin so to je wala nga poto wa fi dala sel ja
bata ko teje
bata ko bi jele di kata do ko man de ka finjel bari yalo do ko lay ba ko ñino la fesi finje fo onte
e ke ma so
non man ke ma so
mbokk yi comme ni ma leen ko waxoon single bi nee naa leen jànq yu rafet ñoo fi nekk di jaay këriñ waaye nag sant yàlla bi ma mënee waxtaan ak ñoom benn sawar pour ñu waxtaan ak man soo gisee ma koy laaj ndax am na jëkkër xëy na ki ko bëgg a takka moom la doon bañ mu gis ko si télé bi ngamira yalo mbiri nata jang ko la fi da nga diyamu iman sonna nun ka diyamu ngamira mun la fi ke futu iman la fi ayeje abe kembo wa fola
ñun do go finta wala ne man pare ka diyamu
bari gogo mu yalla ko aka ko do di la ka kali je jube
si am bakene ya na sister ya ñun do len jije ka jelen dale
jali simbola wa fi robe ñaadi
jali simbo ndel ka tata nam bakolen kana wa fi ja wal donc keso taje 500 450 400
say nan nata ja alka wa fi gelu
nin nara jan ka wa fi sabaten fula 5 nin lumina ngata na 500 nga wa fi saba 20 fula 10
ñun samol den kay wa fi dalasi lule la ñun donu dalasi tam ñun di
ko dalasi taman soto say
hani dalasi taw man soto
hani dalasi taman soto
hani ko fa
3 dalasi taman soto
hani dalasi
4 dalasi taman soto
hani
mune wo sabu
kano dal nka soto mina wadda ko la ka ñim pagne ni wo fata nka soto wuli fula keme nanela saim bi ya ka mo le wuli fula ha wala problem wot
na kano la fata
wala na kano da la fata poto sai nga wa fi $100 sila kani poto
bare amunta ko kano wo mol ka sanne everyday
ala tentu
nga kuchala wa fu jam
samo
55
minul be 55
ha
jakato do
jakato $10
abeka bojanne fa ka bodula do
ha ngani do kuna kankang lo kono wala na nga sero siande pour mol sa sanno ha nyin do tata wulo lo kono ngani ni nanje ngawo fanam beti yandil pour hanimbe boyla ji akana wara wala mol fana misil mol se baluwala ha ku cham fangala ngawo do ko sokuta ha
bari nyim bata nyi wafiro bata ku teji
bata ku mo nyinete kay ko ka fodoron ni nga katina nga samanang tumado asesta jar kataria bar tumado sanya yorata nyame akataria la kasang ha dunia beti yande fanam pour dimbala baluwo ya sero beti yande akataria la kasang binni ninja ma bale nata bar nyin dam malu tutaje ha hake ngam badungul ma ko ka sero beti yande
nitu bi dañ ko day jënda ñu defar ko ñu togg ko waaw wala ñu koy indi fii na be jaay na def day miti trop nag wante nag xam nga nit ki li nga min jaay moom doo ko mën a bañ waaw
coordinateur bi moom ñaata la ñu seet naka nga koy ban mooy ban ak price si
bi 35 bi 20 bi 20 mooy bii waaw bi mooy 35 bi $3 bi $10 bi 5 waaw
fa mel ne netatu léegi yokku na de
waaw yokku na fu mu nekk ni parce que price bi moo ne seer
waral yokku waaye bi xanaa dafa laal si VAT bi lan moo tax mu seer
paas bi moo seer ba pare boo jaayee ba pare yenn doo si dee am dara yenn nga am si dara
ngeen yombal
waaw moo tax mu affaire bi xaw a seer noonu tuuti rek
kare si bu
kadi ko jaabe
sai la fita al ya fonye ñi fitaro ngo ika wa fi gelo
e jow ni no muri bu kanak iri nguja ni no mulanchen ba ni no mew seser yo ni no mew iri nguja ni kanu fe butinchen u fe kabanan
Time now to talk about the stories that make the technology news of the past few days.
Apple is working on new sensors to predict heart attacks. With the emerging mobile medical device and fitness market really starting to take off, Apple is working with Tumbless and Hormone, the audio engineer behind THX, to focus on the sound that blood makes when it travels through a person's arteries. Because such a sensor would need to be part of a device that is physically attached to a body, it would make perfect sense to be included in the forthcoming Apple iWatch.
Next up, the console wars continue to wedge on once again. Microsoft seems to be playing second fatal to Sony. Last month, the PlayStation 4 outsold the Xbox One by almost double. According to a recent report from the NPD Group, Sony beat Microsoft in all of the best-selling game sales with the exception of Call of Duty, Ghost and Lego Marvel Superhero. However, it is not all doom and gloom for Microsoft as the Xbox One is outselling its predecessor by 2.29 times in terms of unit sales the same period after its launch. With the upcoming Steam console from Valve, it is a good time to be a gamer right now with some genuine competition in the market.
Moving on, is Apple in trouble? Find out after this.
It may be an error or it may be something far more serious, but Jonathan Ive has been removed from the Apple leadership page on their website. The senior vice president of design has been instrumental in producing in some of Apple's most iconic designs that have been the brain behind so many of their recent creations.
Could he have left the company or has he been given a new position? Either way, I am sure Apple will announce something soon. But if he is going to jump ship, this could be a massive blow to the Cupertino company.
Apple has lost something in the last couple of years, and many are not convinced that Tim is the right guy to lead them, although most personally like the iOS 7, but it hasn't been very popular with its users. Apple has dropped behind some of their competitors when it comes to consumer sentiment surveys, and their ongoing legal battle with Samsung, as well as the whole App Store in our purchases debacle, has damaged the reputation considerably.
Add to that, the small development cycle of long rumor devices like the iWatch updated Apple TV and 12-inch iPad, and it just seems like Apple are unable to innovate fast enough to keep up the competition.
Therefore, in today's tech question, we're asking you, do you believe Apple is in decline?
Thanks so much for watching TechBiz Insight. And if you like this show, please like us on Facebook. Just search for TechBiz Insight TV show.
Also remember, you can watch the show online anytime and anywhere. Just go to techbizinsight.com or go to YouTube and search for TechBiz Insight TV.
Until next week,
it's a goodbye from the entire Panaflix Media team.
mbokki Gambia lii di Afri chips bi nga xam ne mooy buuri chips yi te nekkal xale yi loolu tax na be Afri chips indil leen ñaari flavor yu ees lii di sugar flavor ak cheese flavor neex na am na caf ko te baax na lool si yéen xale yi lii tax na be Afri chips isil leen téeméeri ngan may ak juróom fukka pour yéen xale yi lii tax na bépp paquet Afri chips bi ngeen ubbi di ngeen fa fekk benn ngañ may pour bégal leen yéen ñi di xale yi ndax Afri chips xale la fi nekkal kon xale yi daw leen léegi si bépp bitik wala bépp supermarket bu leen jege te jënd fa lii di Afri chips flavor yi ndax Afri chips xale yi ñoo ko tax a jóg